What up, Long Beach? Welcome back to your home for everything local sports. It's JJ.
And Mike.
And Tyler, and this 562 Classic video is brought to you by Naples Rib Company, currently open for takeout orders, so hit the website or call to put your order in today.
This CIF Championship Classic recall, originally brought to you as part of our partnership with Gazette Sports, now brought to you as part of our partnership with the Long Beach Post.
Mike asked for it, so you're getting it. It's the 2014 CIF Championship at Honda Center, where Long Beach Poly's going for their 20th CIF basketball title against Mission Viejo. That Mission Viejo team beat the Milliken team in the semis that we highlighted last week in our other Classic video.
Yeah, we thought this might have been an all-Moore League matchup. The Moore League coaches did not pick Poly to win the Moore League this year, which was a mistake. Shelton Diggs, first-year coach, and just two seniors. Guys, do we like the Honda Center? What do we think?
I don't know. Let's pause this video for a second. Go ahead, Tyler.
Yeah, I think it's good for high school kids because it adds a certain spectacle to championships, and it feels so much different than all the gyms they've been playing in all year. But at the college level, it just feels a little empty, and it doesn't feel like a big step up for them because they're already used to playing in big arenas.
I agree, Tyler. I think it's all about that moment for the high school kids when they open the curtain and run out onto the floor the first time. That's a special moment for a high school kid. But you're right. When the college teams play there, the highlight really is just the media meal.
Jackrabbits playing great defense all year. Obviously, that's been a staple of theirs for several decades, and today was no different. A great game plan, a great scout, and great execution getting out on the floor. Chris Sullivan to Cam Morrell for the and one. They knew Mission Viejo was a thin team, so the plan was to clamp down and then run them. And even off the misses, Poly's pushing Morrell up to KJ Fagan, and you see how determined they were to get out on the open floor and get easy transition buckets, which they did.
Poly defense forced 7 first-quarter turnovers and really got out to a flying start in this game. Check out sophomore Drew Buggs. I make my own money and I spend it how I like as he takes it the distance. He was a defensive X-factor in this ballgame.
Look at how fast Morrell turned around with that rebound. And away we go. Chris Sullivan with the layup. That's a good run, a good supporting run for you soccer fans. I mean, it was just take what the opponent gives you, and Mission Viejo really allowed Poly to run out to an early lead.
Well, Jackrabbits better defensively and more athletic. Chris Sullivan at the elbow. We'd seen that all year, but I would definitely say Poly's scout was better than Mission Viejo's because they look surprised. Meanwhile, Bugs and company all over Mission Viejo's best player, Chandler Hutchinson, Boise State signee. Bugs goes coast to coast again, and the Jackrabbits are up 19-7.
But Mission Viejo gonna close the quarter on a run as that 3 goes in from the corner, and the Diablos are able to get it to within 7 after the first quarter.
Second quarter, not exactly poppin'. This was the only field goal for Poly in the second quarter. It got sloppy, guys.
It was the Dallas Sellers Club for sure, but he got those 2 in, and you can see these are not the Poly in transition highlights. Mission Viejo expending a lot of energy to get back and stop those buckets, and then slowing Poly down with that zone. Even when the Jackrabbits do get the turnover and the run out, it just was not really happening for Poly in the second quarter. And if your defense isn't great, obviously 1 bucket in the second quarter could kill you, but even as the Diablos get things going in the paint and start chipping away at the lead, Poly's still out in front because of that defense in the first quarter.
22-20, the halftime score. The third quarter didn't start much cleaner for the Jackrabbits as Fagan called for the charge here on a high-flying play as he was worse for wear after that one, but would be back for plenty later in this ballgame.
Halftime adjustments really helped Hutchinson get loose. They ended up tying the game 26-26. That Mission Viejo student section is all of a sudden back into it. It looked like momentum was wearing white for just about 3 seconds. And that's about the time Fagan took over to break down that zone we're talking about with Saphir Williams down low. And how about this great passing through that zone? This is how you practice breaking the zone down. Bugs with a little jumper.
Well, I just want to mention every player we've talked about so far has played college basketball. So this is a really talented Poly team with great coaching, and Fagan able to do it off the bounce as well. Obviously went on to a great career at Santa Clara and San Diego State. Low-scoring game. Nice to have the better defense in one of those. A 7-point lead for the Jackrabbits.
KJ Fagan really put the team on his back in the fourth quarter, specifically with these back-to-back three-pointers from the wings. He's just an American band, putting Poly up 11 in the fourth quarter. Like Mike mentioned, he went on to a great college career.
You just need someone who sees his zone and gets hungry, and as you saw as he's waiting for the ball, he knew exactly what his spot was, and he was comfortable shooting over the top of that thing. D-Block, meanwhile, still on lockdown as Sullivan was full of energy. These are the kind of contributors that you need to win a championship, guys who are going to make plays like that, in addition to Fagan, one of the breakout stars of that year.
Fagan, the Division I CIF Player of the Year after this performance, and Sully, again, a phenomenal role player hitting from the elbow. Hutchinson did have a game-high 27 points, but the Diablos just could not get a stop in the fourth quarter. That's crunch time. And they couldn't keep Cam Morrell off the free throw line, where he was dominant. Guys, the birthday boy, 13 of 13 at the free throw line. You don't really see that at the high school level, like really ever.
You don't see it at the college level either, especially at Honda Center when this college team comes in there and tries to shoot buckets. Not easy with the false background. You could feel the fervor from that Poly bench all game long, and it was let loose after that foul.
Poly defense really won them this game. That's obviously something we've seen with multiple different coaches there. Even with a new coach and new players, the song remains the same. Poly, with the magic number, wins the 20th CIF Boys Basketball Championship in school history. They have won one in every decade since the 1910s, all the way up to the 2010s. Pretty special streak they've had going on there for more than a century. And this is really just like a family reunion video, Tyler. So many of the little kids in this video are on the team or have been on the team since, as you see, obviously, the very happy green and gold crowd in the stands.
Well, you've got Shelton Diggs, his brother AJ Diggs, as you see right there. You know, just longtime contributors to the program. I mean, John Atkinson. You see Rob Schock there, and the principals, Joe Carlson and Victor Geralds. So it's just kind of a nice throwback for us to a lot of friends that we don't get to see as much anymore. But yeah, just a great family program, and you can see just coming together. We love the mob shots with the trophy. This is always one of our favorite moments on the job.
And you could tell in the celebration after the game, you're talking about a family and the programs like that. These guys were almost more excited for each other than they were for themselves. And when you've got something cooking like that in a program, that's how you win a championship every decade.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's obviously just been very consistent with the same kind of an approach, too. And we were able to kind of sneak back into the locker room with them to celebrate as you see the guys going crazy. Ducked under the CIF ropes for that one, and glad that we could get that moment on film for all these guys.
I think that's where the NHL referees get dressed before the game. Right there is what that is. Nice little green room action for the green and gold to win another championship. Obviously, that one is one that Mike requested, and we want you to request our next video that we do for the 562 Classic Series as part of our partnership with the Long Beach Post.